Hi, I'm Mikey J. This little section of my channel is what I like to call the travel recommendation, or in other words, the Triple Ruth. I'm going to be taking quite a few trips during my semester, so I think what I'm going to do is suggest a few places for you to go. I'm traveling on a budget just like most students. If you're a student, you know what it's like to try to travel on a budget. I'm going to give you a few tips about how to get where you want to go and what things you want to see when you're studying abroad. This video's focus will be on London, and that's where we're going this week. When you're in London, make sure you get at least one ridiculous thing for yourself. You're going to be shopping for everyone. Souvenirs for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brothers, your teachers, your aunts and uncles, everyone. Get something for yourself. This may possibly be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so get something that'll help you remember how awesome it was. One important thing to remember is to go with friends. You can travel anywhere in the world with your friends and have a blast. Just remember that in any city, watch out for the hobo population. They will attack. They're in every major city and they are not afraid to ask you for change. When you're in London and you're on your way down to the underground, don't forget to take the escalator. You don't want to take the stairs. Trust me. When they say the underground, they really mean it. I made the mistake of taking the stairs once and it was 175 steps to death. The weather here is typically a little cooler than in America. When you're in the underground, it's hot as hell, and I am not exaggerating. They don't call it the underground for nothing. All of the museums in London are free, so I recommend checking them out. One museum that I particularly enjoyed was the Imperial War Museum. If you're interested in anything about wars, check out the Imperial War Museum. One fun way to travel around London is parkour. If there's a trash can, a wall, or any sort of barrier, jump it. What's better than getting from point A to point B than jumping around on stuff? Parkour, parkour! Parkour! Yeah! Big Ben. Of course you have to see Big Ben. It's one of the most important things to see in London. Honestly, I didn't think it was all that big. But since it's there and since it's a great monument to see, make sure you take some sort of ridiculous picture of yourself and Big Ben. When you're checking out Big Ben, make your way over to the London Eye. The trip is actually a half an hour around the London Eye, but it is worth it. You get to see a lot of sights. But book ahead of time because it gets packed. Everyone knows the Beatles are from the UK. You're gonna see the Beatles all over the place. Make sure that you at least act like one. If you get the chance, take a trip to Abbey Road and stage a photo just like the album cover of the Beatles. There is a massive pigeon population in London. If you get the chance, try to grab them. They really don't like you feeding them, by the way. If you feed the pigeons, you will get a hefty fine. Keep that in mind. Street performers. One of my favorite things about London was seeing all of the street performers. My personal favorite was Jack Sparrow. I'm Captain Mikey J. This is Captain Jack. And we're hanging out in London. I don't know if you know this. Most people tell you to go sightseeing and go see all the national monuments and the museums. But this is one thing that I personally enjoyed that wasn't a national museum or a monument. This tunnel is full of legal graffiti. Artists are allowed to come down here and show their work off. When it comes to food, indulge in the oddities of the culture. Who knows, you just might find something that you really like. And there are absolutely no nasties. If you get the chance, spend some time outside during the nighttime. A lot of the monuments and statues are lit up at night and it really makes for good pictures. But if you're going to take pictures at night, make sure you bring a good camera for nighttime. When you're in an area that has a lot of people in it, make sure your personal belongings stay close to your body. I personally didn't have a problem with this, but you do see a lot of signs that say, watch your purse, watch your wallet. It is important because there are important documents in there and you do not want to end up without them. One thing I personally enjoyed while I was in London, Los Locos. Yeah, you may think an Anglo-Mexican restaurant isn't that great, but I really enjoyed it, and they have good offers running most of the time. If you're on a budget, this is a good place to go to get a great deal. Make your way over to Buckingham Palace. Changing of the guards is really fun to see. Make sure you get there early if you want a good spot. Millions of people show up to this. Everybody does it and you're gonna do it too. You have to cram as many people as you can into a phone booth and take a picture. I don't recommend underage drinking, but in England, there is no underage drinking. So enjoy. If you absolutely have to ride a double-decker bus, just get the regular city bus. Those are double-deckers too. They may not take you on a sightseeing tour, but it's at least a double-decker bus. I don't know about you, but I really like to climb monuments. Whenever I see weird statues, I have to climb them. Just make sure you do it in front of a huge crowd of people and watch out for cops. But don't worry, because the cops here don't carry guns. You might get tased, but you won't get shot. You may see some interesting things while you're in London, but just keep in mind that it's a different culture and it's not weird to the people who live here. If you're going to be traveling around London, make sure you stop at Oxford Circus. This street has a lot of great places to go bargain shopping. There's a lot of stores and a lot of options, so if you're looking for souvenirs or just a little something for yourself, you want to go to Oxford Circus. Just remember that you're in a new country and no one knows who you are, so you can do whatever you want. Of course, you should pay attention to the laws. That's all I have right now for student travel tips. Just make sure that while you're in London, you take a lot of pictures and mind the gap. And that's the Triple Ruth.